So open up the terminal and type IRB to start up an interactive Ruby shell. Now, if we want to convert like 5 in quotes into the integer 5, we can use the toI method. So assign it to a variable, a, and then let's check its type. A class shows integer. Now, if we try to convert strings that contain no numbers, we will get 0. A toI shows 0. We can convert all other types to strings using the toS method. 5 toS shows 5 as a string. To check to see if a string is empty, we can use the empty method. A is the empty string variable. A empty returns true. Now, sometimes we may need to format our strings by adding or removing characters, white spaces. So we can use the center method to surround a string with spaces. Ruby center 15 shows the strings with spaces. We can specify a string as the second argument if we want to use a different character. Ruby center 15 dash shows the string with dashes. We can also use ljust or rightjust as our methods to add spaces or characters to the left or the right side of a string. Ruby ljust 15 shows the string with spaces. Ruby rjust 15 shows the string with spaces. And we can also specify a string as the second argument if we want to use a different character. So Ruby rjust 15 hash shows the string with hash symbols. We can use the rstrip method to remove leading spaces from a string. Ruby with leading spaces, rstrip removes the leading spaces. So we can use lstrip as our method to remove trailing spaces from a string. Ruby with trailing spaces, lstrip removes the trailing spaces. We can also use the strip method to remove both leading and trailing spaces. Ruby with spaces, strip removes the spaces. Now let's use some single quotes for creating strings. Message equals I don't like cats. And as you noticed, interpreter does not recognize the end of the string, and we get a syntax error. So we need to escape the apostrophe character with a backslash. Message equals I don't like cats with a backslash. And there you see no error. We can create multi-line strings in two different ways. The first one is here docs. Message equals open here docs with a name such as string, first line, second line, close here doc, string, shows the result includes new line characters. And then the other one is using special characters. Message equals %Q, open parenthesis, first line, second line, close parenthesis, shows the result includes new line characters. We can create strings inside a pair matching arbitrary delimiter characters, such as parenthesis, curly braces, preceded by a % character, capital Q. Q and X have special meanings. Ruby is your best friend within special characters returns a string. So this creates ls command and returns the execution result, which lists files and directories in the current working directory. It's a backtick command output. We can find out the current encoding for a string using the encoding method. Message encoding returns the current encoding. And sometimes we may encounter encoding problems while reading a file or downloading data from a website. We can often fix that problem by enforcing the coding. So, message, force, encoding, UTF-8. So, UTF-8 is a complex encoding which allows us to represent characters from different languages.